Sentinels just keeps getting better and better. My name is Dorian. This is SCO Comics. We continue our coverage of Sentinels. Number 4. Our story starts off with Lockstep calling his son, let him know that he ain't got to worry about nobody showing up to his mama's doorstep looking to shake her down anymore. So then his son is very appreciative for what he did and was like, you should come over for dinner sometime. And Lockstep's like, I'll talk to your mom about it, and hangs up the phone. And on the next page, we see him still covered in blood because if he weren't here for the last video, he had to get medieval on some gangsters. Well, out of nowhere, the heifer shows up and tells Lockstep to get into the car. And he was like, ma'am, as you can see, I had to kill some people. And she was like, I know. The perimeter tells me everything. That's a software that they use to track the Sentinels. And he goes, ma'am, I'm also grafting. And she's like, I know. Again, the perimeter tells me everything. I can help. Get into the car. But Mr. Trask says the only option for me right now is either a cell or a casket. And she goes, first off, Mr. Trask couldn't find his own keister with a compass. And besides, after that absolute debacle that you guys pulled in Magipore, Mr. Trask no longer the picture. Now again, get into the car. So speaking of Mr. Trask, we go to Graymalkin prison where he's watching a news report of what Lockstep just did to the gangsters. And as he's about to try to get the hell out of there, he's visited by Phil, or aka Scurvy. So like I said, Mr. Trask, or should I say Larry, is trying to get the hell out of there and go to Sioux Falls, but Scurvy pretty much stops him and is like, look, we could take off that headboard collar and then you could be bombarded by all these glimpses of the future. I can reach into your mind and find out everything you ever know, or here's an idea, you could just tell me. So now we cut to the cells below Graymalkin where we have Sawtooth. She's on the outside of Voivod's cell. And all Voivod's human skin has come off and he looks like a normal Sentinel. And he tells Sawtooth that grafting isn't the end. It's just a door to the beginning. And he's rambling on about finding some boy in a junkyard. He's even calling her by her government name, Camilla. And she's so freaked out that she's back to speaking Spanish. But her Voivod, her ride or die. So she uses her power, she makes her a big old suit, and she breaks him out. So now we cut to another place in the facility where Drumfire is the only one showing up to get her mood regulators. And they're even asking about where's everybody else. She's like, I don't know. I'm the only one that's here. So the doctor's about to give her a shot. He turns around and it's onslaught. So finally she gets to the point where she's like, these mood regulators don't work because I keep seeing a person I don't want to see. So she breaks her restraints and she just hauls ass right on out of there. So now we cut back to the heifer. She got Lockstep in the lab and she pretty much lets him know that there is no way to replace the nanotech in his body. The only thing she can do is supplant it. And he goes, supplant? Like replace? And she goes, exactly, as a drill slams into him. So then Perimeter tells her that Voivod has escaped his cell and Sawtooth helped him. So she goes, okay, well, you know what to do. Release the hounds. So now we cut back to Drumfire and she's looking at a picture of her mother. And then all of a sudden she's visited by Onslaught again. So finally she freaks out and blows the window right out. Well, come to find out, the mood regulators actually did work. She's been seeing Onslaught this whole time because it's been Professor Xavier trying to talk to her. So then we cut to Sawtooth and Voivod and they're running from the hounds. Voivod goes, the boy should be right there, right in that compound. But now we cut back to Larry and Phil as Larry tells them a story about a boy who found the Sentinel that he fixed up. Not only did he fix it up, but he also reprogrammed it to always be by his side and to always protect him no matter what. They went on many adventures and they even joined the Avengers Academy. And unfortunately, the boy died in Avengers Arena, which we were covering on the channel. We got about 3 issues in and then I stopped, and I promise you we're going to get back to that. Like as soon as we start wrapping up some things, we're getting right back to Avengers Academy and we're going to have that whole story. But yeah, that's where he's from. Well, the Sentinel kept his promise to the boy and he never left his side, and he bonded with the boy after he died. And that's what Larry Trask has been getting his samples for the nanobites from the boy from Avengers Arena. So then we cut back to Voivod and Sawtooth. They're getting attacked by the hounds. Sawtooth tells Voivod, just get to the boy, she'll take care of the hounds, and the hounds are just tearing her up. So Voivod just steps in and he starts just dealing with these hounds. Like he's attacking one of them and the other ones are coming for him. And all of a sudden he does what he always does. And she asks him, please don't do it. He's like, I wouldn't be me if I didn't. And he blows himself up. She winds up falling into some opening and then she sees it for herself. Justin Seaford, aka Sentinel Boy. I don't think they call him Sentinel Boy, but I'm calling him Sentinel Boy. And then we cut to the heifer as she's all finished doing whatever she was doing the lockstep. As we turn to the last page, we see that he is no longer himself.